Now in Good Morning Northwest, yet another fire started in California as more brutal winds are forecast. The latest on the firefight and the lawsuits already filed over the LA fires.
Less gray today and light winds for us. We are going to see things get colder for the weekend. I'll have the timing on all that coming up.
And in 5 days, the U.S. could ban TikTok, what we're hearing from local influencers. And we're taking the temperature of the U.S. Supreme Court about the likelihood it'll reverse the ban. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News now. So glad you're starting your day with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, January 14th. Welcome to it. Let's start things off with Mark Peterson here to look at our first alert forecast. As you're heading out the door today, some of us might see those clouds lingering around.
Yeah, that low cloud deck and a little bit of light fog is going to be evidence, and we see that in this shot. And we have 28 degrees with, again, some light fog, winds east 5 miles an hour, so nothing that can scour that out. Taking a look at the 4 things we want you to know. Sure, talked about the fog, dry most of the week, isolated flurries Thursday, looking to be into the mountains, and then the colder weather coming in Friday, and that's going to be probably the most impactful part of this forecast is what we see this weekend. Variable clouds right now, not a lot of higher elevation thick clouds coming in. We'll see those moments though, and some sun breaks as well. 28 in Deer Park, Cheney's still cold at 23, and then temperatures hovering into the upper 20s and around 30 degrees as we look at the I-90 corridor. For today, we're going to have temperatures slowly warm up. And it's going to take a while. At noon, 28. We're going to have 32 at 2 o'clock. And then 34. Should see that 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Winds continuing to be light. And then the sun sets and things get colder. We're going to have the potential for patchy freezing fog tomorrow morning as we could see colder temperatures start to work their way in.
Mark, thanks. Well, overnight, a new fire erupted northwest of Los Angeles. Hundreds of additional firefighters are standing by as the region faces some hurricane-force winds.
One official says the weather conditions in the forecast are about as bad as it gets. California fires have killed 24 people so far, and there are real concerns that progress made in the firefight could be threatened today. Hannah Joy's at the Breaking Now desk. And Hannah, this new fire in Ventura County, what do we know about it?
Robin, as of this morning, 56 acres have already burned in Ventura County. Now, that's about 100 miles west of Los Angeles. Right now, 75 firefighters are on the scene, and evacuation orders have been issued. Today, officials say the Palisades, Eaton, and Hearst fires are still wiping out years of history across L.A.
It's 36 years of memories just gone. My mom was hysterical. I can't even put into words how painful it was to see her pain.
Already, the Eaton fire has burned 14,000 acres, and overnight it was 33% contained. As for the Palisades fire, it was only contained by 14%.
It is a very grim task, and we, unfortunately, every day we're doing this, we're running across the remains of individual community members.
Today, winds are expected to increase, which could spark new fires and make conditions even worse. Here are some new images from neighbors in the LA community. They show the start of the Eaton fire. You can see the flames at the base of a transmission tower. This morning, ABC News has just learned some new information. At least 4 homeowners have filed lawsuits against the power company, Southern California Edison. They claim the company failed to de-energize equipment. In response, the head of the company says there is no indication their equipment started the fire. Meanwhile, hundreds of volunteers are helping the community.
You guys live in the city of angels. We're Angelinos. This is absolutely breathtaking. I've never done anything like this in my life. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I hope one day it makes sense. And until then, I'm going to keep on trying to do what I'm doing.
Southern California is also receiving international support from places like Canada, Mexico, Ukraine, and Southern and South Africa. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. A looming TikTok ban appears to be closer than ever. The U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments on the law Friday, seeming likely to uphold the ban, which could go into effect in just 5 days from now. Now, for some influencers here in the inland Northwest, TikTok has given them the platform to blossom and grow their passions into full-time careers.
Like I said, TikTok in some ways has really changed my life. I probably would have gone back to my 9-to-5 job after my maternity leave had I not found the opportunity to be a short form video creator.
Those pushing for the ban say the control the Chinese government has over the user data on TikTok is concerning, while TikTok argues getting rid of the app is a violation of the First Amendment.
A second teenager has died from a car crash in Airway Heights last Wednesday. Washington State Patrol saying 18-year-old Cheyenne Kachersky from Fruitland died in the hospital yesterday. WSP says she was driving the car with two teenage boys, a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old. The 16-year-old also died from his injuries. Their car ran a stop sign at Highway 2, 6 miles west of Airway Heights, and got pinned under a semi. The 13-year-old is recovering at home. A 4 News Now consumer alert. You may have noticed empty shelves or fewer choices of eggs at the grocery store.
That's right. It's because the United States is experiencing an egg shortage due to the avian flu, and the situation may not be improving anytime soon. According to the USDA, in November and December alone, more than 17 million egg-laying hens died as a result of this virus. It will now take months to replace those flocks. Fewer egg-laying hens mean fewer eggs and higher prices. The average price of a dozen eggs of any kind at the end of December was $4.33, up nearly 25% from the beginning of November. I got rid of my egg carton yesterday after I was through my eggs. Bummed I got to buy some more.
Yeah, it's not great. Well, more than 2,000 cases or more than 12,000 cartons of great value chicken broth sold at Walmart are being recalled. The recent recall is over a packaging issue that could lead to spoilage. The recall started in mid-December, but was published on the Food and Drug Administration's website last week. The family-sized 48-ounce cartons were sold in more than 240 stores in 9 states and had a best use-by date of March 25th, 2026. Walmart said it continues to work with the supplier to investigate.
Check those cabinets.
Good morning. Northwest time is now just about 7 minutes after 6.
Checking back in with Mark Peterson here as you're heading out the door this morning. I know you're looking at that fog. What are roads looking like right now?
Fog's moving and grooving around. So we're seeing it into the West Plains, but we're also seeing it into Meade, into the north areas. So allowing a little more time on your commute. You have to be used to that by now. Have you not set your alarm clock 10 minutes earlier? We want you to take it easy and be safe. Your full forecast is coming up.
Some of the coldest days of the season are almost here, and the Salvation Army of Spokane is making sure that everyone in our community is warm and taken care of. We'll tell you how they do this coming up.
And it is a pivotal day for President-elect Donald Trump as he builds his cabinet. Confirmation hearings begin today, and on day one, at least one will have an uphill battle. The story after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consigned Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit consignedfurniturennow.com for details.
Consigned Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
When winter season hits, Emergency supports your immune system with so much more than vitamin C. Be ready to fight back with Emergency. And for on-the-go immune support, try Emergency Crystals. No water needed.
The Harlem Globetrotters 2025 World Tour is here. We're coming to Spokane Arena on January 27th and Beasley Coliseum on February 4th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/Washington for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. See your local GMC dealer.
Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap.
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one call that's all, guys.
You deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest. We specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
Meet Gomer Pyle, musical Marie.
Watch Me TV over the air on KXLY 4.2.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consigned Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit consignedfurniturenow.com for details.
Consigned Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Your time is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Senate confirmation hearings begin today for President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet picks.
Final confirmation votes require only a simple majority, so Republicans don't need Democrats if they remain united. But dissenters can use the hearings to delay the process and emphasize their concerns. Defeat of a president-elect's pick to head a federal agency is rare and has not occurred since 1989. One nominee with a confirmation hearing today that might put that record to the test is Trump's pick for Defense Secretary, former Fox News anchor Pete Hegseth.
President Biden has awarded the country's highest civilian honor, the Medal of Freedom, to Pope Francis. The award citation called the pontiff the People's Pope. The president, a Catholic, has met with the pontiff twice as president. Biden planned to travel to Rome and the Vatican and meet with Italian leaders, but had to cancel his trip so he could deal with the California wildfires.
The FTC may be getting ready to sue the country's biggest apartment landlord. The Wall Street Journal says the lawsuit accuses Greystar Real Estate Partners of charging renters hidden fees for things like trash removal and doing background checks on tenants. The company manages nearly 110,000 apartments.
The check is in the mail for about 1 million Americans. The IRS this month sending out payments to people who didn't get one of the COVID stimulus payments and then also failed to claim a credit on their 2021 taxes. The checks are worth up to $1,400.
Tuesday morning, 10-second takeaway. It's going to be light fog in places. We're seeing that to the north and in the West Plains. Just a heads up. Warm layers. It's chilly out. Your shades at times this afternoon, 34 for the high.
Well, the way we buy eyeglasses is changing. One Spokane shop has its sights set on a new business model to meet customers right where they are.
Yes, Stahl Optical is shutting down its storefront and switching to a mobile store, an uncommon move in the industry. Stahl Optical's owner and optician, Debbie Camarda, tells us more than ever, people are buying glasses online. So with the virtual age we live in, Camarda says she is hitting the road.
I would bring my equipment and my tools and whatnot. We would talk and we would figure out something that works for them, their lifestyle.
Often, she says, she sees many people come in with frames that don't work for them, saying it can be a gamble whether they will work for you, which is part of the inspiration for this change of operation.
Very interesting. But yeah, it's a good point. There's the whole industry of getting glasses is moving to different platforms. So
sure is.
She's evolving. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
The governor visited North Idaho yesterday. Coming up, what Brad Little sees as his biggest priorities for the area in 2025 and beyond.
And this week, we have some of the coldest temperatures of the season so far. Allison Martinez is live this morning at the Salvation Army to learn how they keep the homeless population warm during the winter months.
4 News Now is brought to you by Schweitzer.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. It's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Starting at $13.99.
What are you up to, Alice?
Well, the nice mechanic asked me to check the pulleys.
Wow, I just realized you can see things we can't. I've always wondered what's in those small windows.
It's marketing.
So that's where they hide out.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
What does Dino Casting Call mean?
That seems bad.
I'll get my resume ready.
My name is Bob Rambo, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had lymphoma. I was kind of scared to death, and the doctors recommended I go to Summit Cancer Center. Everybody on the staff there is super neat, nice, and it's kind of like a homecoming. I had lymphoma, and they cured that. I'm very thankful for this cancer center.
for the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. See your local GMC dealer.
Laundry call. Let's dig deep, people.
When dirt and stink lingers deep, clean deep with new Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Detergent. With micro scrubbers that penetrate deep into fibers, it's our most powerful clean yet. Arm & Hammer Deep Clean. More power to you.
Frisky's World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious taste of tuna we treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies. Always more to explore.
Next live, Marcia Gay Harden. Plus, our How to Thrive Finance Week continues. And Wednesday,
I'm back!
Jennifer Lopez.
Watch live today at 9, right after GMA.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:16. This week, we could see some of our coldest temperatures of the season so far.
And the bitter cold is not only uncomfortable, it can be dangerous, especially for the most vulnerable in our community. Allison Martinez is live with the Salvation Army Spokane, learning how they care for the homeless during the winter months. Allison?
Good morning. I'm here with Captain David Kane this morning on behalf of the Salvation Army of Spokane, and right now we are in their street level vehicle. You guys do a great job at connecting with people in the community and just getting them to warmth during these months. Can you tell us how these work?
Yeah, right now we're sitting inside of one of our two vehicles that are here throughout the city of Spokane. This is an outreach vehicle, but this also has a lot of space here intentionally because people, when they're moving from homelessness into safety and shelter, they're also taking their stuff with them. And so this van is specifically designed to have some extra room just to be able to carry their things and then get them to safety.
Absolutely. And I can't imagine what a sense of relief it is to come in here. It's warm. And you guys also have care packages like this that are full and just ready for everyone. We have some scarves and blankets here, some hand warmers, and some food. Now, this is the second year that you guys have had these vehicles operating. What are some of the challenges that have popped up this year?
Yeah, I think the elephant in the room is that there's less beds for individuals experiencing homelessness this year. Since the close of the track shelter, there's less availability. And so these vans are more essential than ever because not only are we getting folks to safety, but sometimes someone will show up to a shelter that doesn't have room. And so they'll call the Salvation Army and we're able to get them from that waiting room into an available bed.
Yeah, and quickly, can you tell us how people can get connected with you to make sure that these operations continue?
Yeah, the best way is at our website. It's makingspokanebetter.org. That's makingspokanebetter.org. You can access the website, find all the information about specific programs, and also ways that you can support us and give.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for all of the important work that you do. We'll have more on our website, but for now, I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
And that is just one of the many awesome things the Salvation Army does.
That's for sure.
It's incredible. The first full moon of the year, known as the Wolf Moon, is here. The Old Farmer's Almanac says January's full moon is called the Wolf Moon because wolves are active this time of year and can be heard howling on cold winter nights.
There you go. The more you know. And here's a look at the moon over Spokane skies. We got this video about an hour ago. You might still be able to get a glimpse of it if the sky is clear in your area. The Wolf Moon peaked last night as it passed in front of Mars, but you can still get a good look at it tonight through Wednesday morning out there. A nice big full moon. I didn't see it on my way, and I think I had a little too many clouds in my area.
Same, but that is incredible.
I saw it.
Oh, good for you.
I saw it. Pick me. I love full moons. I love the lunar everything. And Mars is obscured. We'll start to see Mars by Thursday or Friday if you're a Mars fan, you know, and a Mars bar, who doesn't like it? All right, I digress.
From Mars, Mark.
Take it right to Candy. It's amazing. 6 degrees of separation. Here we go. A little bit of light fog out there. We're seeing it on the move as always, and certainly into North Spokane. We want you to be careful. All right, just give yourself a little more time. Temperatures hovering into the upper 20s. Cheney, you've warmed to 24 degrees. Who who turned the heat up? Variable fog potential. Highs, again, mid to upper 20s all over the region. We'll finally break into freezing officially into the West Plains, probably about 1, 2 o'clock. 34 will be our high. We hit 33 yesterday. We're going to have that same day today, but maybe a little more sunshine. When we look at the radar and satellite, we definitely have the jet to the north. That Arctic air mass is going to start building, and we're going to see that move into the region. Now, will it affect us? Well, let's take a look. Computer models really nailing this pretty well. It would appear the Rockies tend to protect us from that. We have seen that Arctic air mass come over the top of us like it did a year ago when we got to 11 below zero. We're not going to see that. It's going to stay into the northern plains, into the Great Lakes, and continue to move south. Things are really going to get cold for them. While we see that colder air coming in, at least for 4 or 5 days, we're going to start warming up middle of next week. We're also not going to see a lot of moisture. It's going to be relatively dry all the way through the 24th of January. So Mother Nature is doing a dry January as well for us. 34 will be the high, 37 into Coeur d'Alene. We look at the planning forecast, 37 degrees for Wednesday. That'll be the peak, the heat, 35 on Thursday. Then we get cold. So we're going to be in the mid-20s during the day, but the overnight lows are going to get into the teens.
I like that. Mother Nature is doing the dry January. That's funny.
Oh, boy.
Still got a couple dad jokes up my sleeve.
Got to get them all out of your system for the next 6 weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
Thanks, Mark.
It's now 6:21.
Both Gonzaga basketball teams had their hands full over the weekend, beating 2 solid WSU squads. After the break, Cindy Berger is telling us how the Zags stack up to other teams around the country. That's next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Experience the sound, excitement, and fun of the Rod Stewart Hybrid Tribute live on one magical night at Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 20th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Did you know that Washington's Working Families Tax Credit could put up to $1,200 back in your pocket? If you're part of a low to moderate income household, you could be eligible for a refund designed to help you cover essentials like groceries, gas, or bills. The best part? Applying is free and easy. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov to see if you qualify. Don't miss out. Apply now and make sure you get the refund you deserve. That's workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
As temperatures drop, your heating bill will inevitably rise. And with cold weather right around the corner, things are about to get expensive. But Bill's Heating and AC is here to help. We're including a free cold climate heat pump with every furnace, while supplies last. You heard that right. Cut your heating bills in half with a new energy-efficient cold climate heat pump for free. We're the area's top cold climate heat pump experts. So don't miss out on this incredible offer. Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Experience the sound, excitement, and fun of the Rod Stewart Hybrid Tribute live on one magical night at Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 20th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
It was a clean sweep this past weekend for both Gonzaga basketball teams against the Washington State Cougars. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. The women won on the road in Pullman, and the men won in the Kennel on Saturday. 3 days later, the Zags stay winning. That starts with freshman Allie Turner earning yet another WCC Freshman of the Week award after her performance in Beasley Coliseum. This is the fourth time Turner has been named the conference's Freshman of the Week, and this one is rightfully earned. She tied her career highs in 3 categories on Saturday, hitting 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. The Zags are on a 4-game win streak now, headed into a game against Portland this Thursday. Tip-off in McCarthy Athletic Center is at 6 o'clock. Well, the last time these two teams met, the Zags beat the Cougs in Spokane. 10 years later, it was the same story. Gonzaga beat Washington State 88-75 on Saturday night in what is now considered a conference matchup. So the Bulldogs will play in Pullman come February. But Saturday's game allowed for Gonzaga to bump up to 4th in the country in scoring offense. They're also only one of 2 schools in the nation to have 6 players that average over 10 points a game. Nolan Hickman's 19 points against WSU helped him earn a spot on this list. Graham Mike solidified his spot as the Bulldogs' leading scorer with 21 points on Saturday night, sitting with an average of 16.6 per game. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
This Zag season and this basketball season is going by so quick here.
It is.
They're doing well, though.
Be March before we know it.
I know.
It's now 6:25.
And high winds continue to make the fire situation in Southern California worse. Our local crews are out on the front lines lending a hand. And after the break, we're taking a look at the work that they're doing and how they're trying to gain more control of these fires.
Plus, we're following breaking news overnight. The final investigation into Donald Trump's 2020 election interference efforts is now public. Hannah Joy has what new information the report's detailing. That's after the break. But first, a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, designer dupes.
$80, you can pretend that you got Birkin.
You've heard of knockoffs, low-cost versions of fashion's most coveted items, and they're everywhere. The latest must-have from Walmart, the company going viral for offering a replica of the Hermes Birkin, dubbed the Workin. It's no longer available on their site, but when it was, the bag was all over social media.
Yes, this is the Walmart Birkin bag. I think it's a great-looking bag, you know? I mean, take a look at it. The material is very soft.
People are opting for dupes, quite frankly, because they are less money. They want access and they want it now.
And coming up at 8 a.m., we'll tell you what luxury designers have to say about this new low-cost trend. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make 2 feel like 1, or simply be a helping hand. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin. And fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
The epic battle as a brain surgeon tries to save his home. 5 straight nights fighting off the flames. How he spent years preparing for this crisis. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Get ready for the largest national RV show ever this Thursday through Monday at the downtown Spokane Convention Center.
Multiple RV dealers, countless manufacturers, and unbeatable deals. Shop Brinkley, Grand Design, Jayco, Bigfoot, and more. All the newest travel trailers, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. And all with massive manufacturers discounts. Free admission, live music, adult beverages, family fun, scavenger hunts. And you could win a new RV. Doors open 9 a.m. Thursday at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Schedule a free VIP tour at nationalrvshow.com.
It's Falco's biggest end-of-season closeout sale ever. Enviro fireplaces are in stock and on sale. Display and demo models with over $1,000 in savings. Don't wait until next season. Get the best deal of the year now at Falco's. Enviro fireplaces are in stock and installation appointments are available today. Ask about special financing and clean air discounts too. Falco's Enviro closeout sale on now. 9310 East Sprague, Spokane Valley.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. Your time right now is 6:30. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, January 14th. Let's check in with Mark in our first alert weather forecast. We're starting cool this morning.
Yeah, it's cool. We got some light fog in and around the region. Nothing extremely heavy, but enough that you want to take some time. 28 into Spokane. You can see that low cloud deck. And, of course, we're showing some freezing fog potential into Coeur d'Alene, sitting at 29 degrees. The 4 things that we really want you to know today is that we are going to experience some of that fog this morning. It's going to be dry most of the week. Isolated flurries on Thursday, looking to be in the mountains. And then that cold air that starts to settle in on Friday, and we're going to feel it. So current conditions are into the upper 20s all over the place, heading south of I-90, Cheney and Sprague into the mid-20s. As we look at our forecast for the day, we're going to see some variable clouds. This will take us into Wednesday, looking for the potential for a few isolated showers into the mountains. But for us, it's going to remain dry, clearing out for tomorrow morning. Thus, we could see some patchy freezing fog because it's going to be colder. Our high today into around 34 degrees. Now, we forecasted 34 yesterday, hit 33. So we're going to be sort of the same thing, maybe a few more sun breaks today.
Mark, thanks. CAL FIRE posted these pictures of our local crews from Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, Timberlake Fire, and Washington Department of Natural Resources checking in, getting ready to help in the firefight. Calmer winds over the weekend allowed crews to put out hot spots and fight those fires.
The LA County Fire Chief says the fires went a day without growing, so now the crews are racing to gain the upper hand before dangerous winds kick back up again. Officials say they are better prepared for this week's Santa Ana winds with more crews and resources. Severe fire weather conditions are going to last through tomorrow. High wind and low humidity will fuel the 2 largest fires that are still burning. That's the Palisades and the Eaton fires. Together, they've destroyed around 12,000 structures.
The anticipated winds combined with low humidities and low fuel moistures will keep the fire threat in all of Los Angeles County critical.
Across LA County, at least 24 people have died and more than a dozen others are unaccounted for. A dusk to dawn curfew is in place right now to protect homes from looters. There have already been around 36 arrests. Officials have not determined the causes of any of the fires just yet.
Breaking overnight, if not elected president, would Donald Trump have been convicted of election interference?
Well, Special Counsel Jack Smith says yes. The Department of Justice released Smith's final report in its investigation of Trump's 2020 election interference efforts. Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk this morning. And Hannah, with 6 days until Trump's second inauguration, what new details can you share about this report?
Natalie, the report lays out a complete examination of why Trump was charged in 2023 with 4 felony counts. Despite the counts, Trump pleaded not guilty to all charges. According to Smith, he believes prosecutors had enough evidence to convict Trump. In the report, it says prosecutors had evidence to prove that the 2020 election was not stolen. Smith also detailed the pressure on the former vice president, writing, in repeated conversations, Mr. Trump pressed Mr. Pence to use his ministerial position as president of the Senate to change the election outcome, often by citing false claims of election fraud. Smith defended his report as fully lawful, free of partisan influence, and vital to the aspirations of the justice system. Today, officials still argue that if Trump was not elected president, he would face jail time. On social media, Trump responded to the report, calling Jack Smith a lame-brained prosecutor. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
As the legislative session kicks off in Olympia, lawmakers are focused on making housing more affordable. They are proposing a bill that would prevent landlords from raising the rent in the first year of a new lease. The bill also caps rent increases at 7% each year after that. But there are no guidelines about setting the rent prices before a lease begins.
My rent rises for existing tenants are well under 5%, and all are stable long-term tenants. Keeping rent rises low is smart business and is fair to both tenants and landlords.
Opponents of the bill worry that it'll deter the construction of new housing statewide.
Idaho Governor Brad Little visited Hayden yesterday to tout his Keeping Promises plan and discuss his key priorities for the upcoming 2025 legislative session. On the heels of a new presidential administration, Governor Little is feeling optimistic. As he took the podium, education, community safety, and fire suppression efforts were some of his top priorities. Little intends to add $25 million in funding towards the state's launch program to help more students who want to pursue in-demand careers such as the trades. His Keeping Promises plan also proposes more than $150 million in new public school funding.
It'll be additional teacher pay, which is really important up here in this part of the state where our school districts here compete with Washington. Obviously, we're going to we'll work with the legislature about increased investments in mental health, safety, and literacy.
Governor Little is also proposing more than $100 million for fire efforts and $100 million in tax cuts. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:35.
Yeah, we are getting a little bit colder than we've been lately. How are we stacking up?
We've had temperatures into the mid to upper 20s all season long. It's been a very mild winter. We are going to see no new snow, but colder temperatures coming into the weekend. We really want you to be prepared for this. There's a little patchy fog out there. It is chilly. We're sitting at 27 degrees. Your full forecast is coming up.
Well, maybe a little difficult to think about this right now, but spring isn't that far away, and experts say it's not too early to start planning for those spring blooms, or you can start now when we come back.
Plus, another close call in the skies prompts increased safety concerns. What exactly happened? Coming right up.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters and every path leads to new possibilities. Get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Let's take a flight to Flight 509 Family Fun Center in the Spokane Valley. Get lost in 22,000 square feet of adventure for the whole family. Climbing, spinning, paddling, striking, leaping, launching, exploring, invading, celebrating, and so much more. No, doggy. At Flight 509, fun really does take flight.
Once again, it's time for Kerner Furniture's annual January clearance sale. Everything in the store is reduced for clearance, and there's never been a better time to buy. Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale. It's time.
If you remember this commercial, it might be time for some new furniture.
And with the Kerner clock ticking, it's the perfect time during our January clearance sale.
Time for a new Lazy Boy recliner at the lowest prices in town? We've got a few.
Find time to come into Kerner Furniture during our January clearance sale.
Clock's ticking.
Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:39. New concerns about safety in the skies.
Another close call near a major U.S. airport, this time involving passenger planes over Arizona. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
This video shows two jets on a mid-air collision course as they came in for landing at the Phoenix airport.
My first reactions were just shocked and surprised that two commercial airliners with hundreds of people on them were on a converging path.
This flight radar animation shows the planes nearly colliding Saturday. The plane on top is a United flight from San Francisco. Below, a Delta flight from Detroit. The planes came within 875 feet of each other vertically and about 1,200 feet horizontally. The only thing stopping them from colliding, an anti-collision system blaring in the cockpit.
We do have runway 8 in sight, cleared.
Both flights then circling before landing safely.
Normally, aircraft shouldn't get within a mile of each other. In this case, they were less than 1,000 feet.
Although these types of close calls have been on the decline, we've covered several notable incidents in the last year. Just last month, a jet carrying the Gonzaga University basketball team nearly crossed a runway in Los Angeles as another flight was taking off. And in September, an Alaska Airlines flight in Nashville had to slam on the brakes mid-takeoff to avoid colliding with a Southwest Airlines plane. The FAA says to prevent more close calls, it's investing in new runway lights and stepping up the training of air traffic controllers. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
All right, good morning, everybody. Your 10-second takeaway on this Tuesday. Hey, there's some light fog out there. We've been experiencing it all morning. It's going to be a partly cloudy day, so maybe the shades at times, certainly the warm layers, and 34 for our high.
Well, there may still be snow on the ground, but the Spokane Conservation District says now is the time to start planting your spring garden. You can place orders for the district's annual tree and plant sale now through March 7th. This year, there are more than 100,000 seedlings available.
We try to pick species that will provide some sort of an environmental benefit to the community. It's an important thing to provide to keep the genetics from the area when you're, especially with reforestation.
The Spokane Conservation District has offered this annual sale for more than 50 years. Orders will be ready April 11th and 12th. You can find a link to place your order right now on KXLY.com.
I know it doesn't feel like it's just around the corner here, but the more you start prepping now, it'll help you in the long run.
It's nice to think about at least.
I know.
Sunshine and warmth. It's now 6:41.
As Mark's been telling us, it's about to get pretty chilly overnight in this next week. And one group is helping to make sure everyone stays safe and warm during these cold temperatures. Allison Martinez is live this morning with the Salvation Army.
The Salvation Army of Spokane meets people wherever they are in the community and gets them to warmth. We'll tell you how they do this and how you can support it coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company
who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
We're on with what's new this morning.
What's happening now.
And what's next for you?
Get what's new now
and next at 5 and 6 a.m.
right here.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long. Good morning, Northwest and GMA.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings.
See your local GMC dealer.
The future's uncertain, but you're more likely to get a high-paying gig if you're armed with college or career training after high school. WA Grant makes that education affordable or even free. See if you qualify at wagrant.org.
Wait, this gorgeous piece of love seat is on sale too.
Yeah, at Furniture Row, every sofa, sectional, and recliner is on sale. Epic sell-off? Woo!
Also, this table with the beautiful finish
on sale, along with every dining group, chair, bar stool.
Epic sell-off.
Woohoo! Let me guess, this bed, dresser, mattress, even the pillow, all on sale?
Now you got it. Or score 60 months, no interest. Epic sell-off! Woo! The Epic sell-off on now at Furniture Row.
If you've been in a wreck with a big truck,
you can bet the trucking company has a lot of lawyers working for them.
That's when you call Russell & Hill
to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
4 News Now is brought to you by Tracy Jewelers.
Welcome back. It's 6:44. This week we are expecting temperatures to dip into the teens. And it was this time last year when Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown declared a state of emergency due to frigid temperatures.
The Salvation Army is ramping up efforts to keep the most vulnerable people in our community warm and indoors. Allison Martinez is live this morning with the Salvation Army of Spokane to explain just exactly how they do it. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning, guys. I can confirm it's cold out here. It's only going to get colder in the next couple of days, and the Salvation Army of Spokane is making sure that everyone is warm and taken care of. I'm joined by Captain David Kane this morning, and we also have Roy. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Can you tell us about how these vans work? They're kind of a one-stop shop.
That's right. These vans are fully equipped to serve the needs of our outreach workers here in the city of Spokane. So they are an office that can be a mobile unit equipped with a hotspot so that we can track and check shelter availability. They have phones assigned to them, and then they also have space so that we can not only give someone a ride somewhere. That's often a huge barrier between someone experiencing homelessness and getting to safety. So we can give them a ride, but we also have space so that we can carry all of their things, because people have all their earthly possessions with them and they don't want to leave those things, and we just want to eliminate barriers between them and life change.
And when you connect with these people, of course, they're in a really difficult spot, and you greet them with a smile, you give them resources, you give them warmth, and you also give them food and scarves and things like that. And Roy is the friendly face that you see here. Once you get connected to these, can you tell us what your experience has been like driving?
It's been good. It's just showing them that they see the badge and they see that hope's on the way. Yeah. They see Salvation Army, they see this, and they're like, oh, wow, we know we're going to get the help we need. They're here for us. Yeah. Let's get what we need. Yeah. So often that's what we do. We just give them what they need and help them out as much as we can.
Yeah, and this is the second year you guys have had this vehicle, and you said that it's gotten to the point where people seek you out now. They recognize you, they recognize the services that you guys provide, so they'll flag you down on the street sometimes.
Oh, yes. They see Salvation Army and they know hope is on the way. Yeah. They see the red heart. Yeah. They know we're here.
You know that I think that an essential part of what we do is build relationships, because relationships lead to trust, and trust leads to having tough conversations. Our goal is to see lives transformed here in Spokane. There are individuals that are in unsafe positions, but there's a lot of lack of trust, and so they've been burned by other agencies and by authority and justice systems, and so by building relationship, our team's able to have deeper conversations about life change.
And thank you guys so much for all of the important work you do. We really appreciate it. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Working hard on the ground level to get everyone warm and safe.
Yeah, really. Here is a live look this morning at the Gateway Bridge there in the University District. You can see it's foggy out there, low clouds. I don't know, what do you call that? Both?
Both. Yeah, we have both. Low clouds and then the fog deck that's right on the surface. Relatively light fog throughout the region. We see more into North Idaho right now where it's a little more dense. Take a look at the pictures. The temperatures. 28 into Deer Park. Cheney's warming to 25. We've got 28s in Liberty Lake, Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene at 29 degrees. Forecast today, sun and clouds. Winds are going to be calm. It's going to be 34 for the high. We'll see that about 3-4 o'clock this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures down to 27 with patchy freezing fog expected. We're going to have colder air starting to come in, and we're really going to start feeling that come this weekend. Radar and satellite. The energy, the jet is to the north. That is going through BC and then wrapping down into areas of the Great Lakes and New England. but Arctic air is going to start sneaking down, and we're going to see that roll in. So we want everyone to be safe. Now, we look at what's going on into California. High wind warning through Wednesday. Fire weather warning through Wednesday at 12 noon. This is really going to be a tough 24 hours for those fighting the fires in Southern California. For us, we're going to start to see Arctic air coming in really into the northern plains, Montana, parts of Idaho. But the mountains are going to block much of that energy from transferring over to eastern Washington and Washington, Oregon, period. We'll get some of it, and it will influence those temperatures to cool them down. Today's highs into the mid-30s, looking pretty good. Very seasonal for this time of year. Warmer than average Wednesday, Thursday, 37, 35. Overnight lows starting to dip into the teens over the weekend, but the daytime highs only into the mid-20s. So the sun during the day will help, but the overnight lows under a clear and cold sky, we want you to be prepared for that. Your early morning runs, I'd put that off for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Chilly, chilly. Get those layers going.
Who would think that I would bring up running?
Yeah, right? Are you feeling okay? Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:50 on the dot.
Your morning sprint coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings.
See your local GMC dealer.
Life moves fast, and we get it. You're busy. Our digital banking can change how you manage your money. Whether you're chatting with a representative after hours, depositing a check from your phone, or meeting with us face-to-face. Wherever life takes you, we've got you covered. It's your money. Access it anytime, anywhere. Open your account at p1fcu.org. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time, so we can get you back up and running fast. Call or book online today.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals? Let's go! Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement. Hey Raptors, we want to rent these 2 chairs for the winter. We're kind of out on being cold this year.
Glad you dig it here, but this really isn't a vacation rental sort of place.
We hear ya, but what if we put on Raptor suits and then suddenly there are 4 of us? Yeah, we'll be your nieces, Layla and Kinley. I'm Kinley, the Raptor, and I love burgers.
I love it! Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Not so sure we're gonna pull this off.
Go, Chiefs, go! Puck comes out to the blue line. Weinstein open his rip and fires a shot, and he scores!
Saturday, January 18th, in the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, it's Military Appreciation Night presented by Pizza Factory. Your Spokane Chiefs will wear special jerseys to benefit Washington State Fallen Heroes Project. And the first 5,000 fans receive a rally towel courtesy of Pizza Factory. Puck drops at 6:05. Spokane Chiefs Military Appreciation Night presented by Pizza Factory. For tickets, go to SpokaneChiefs.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Mark Peterson tracking a cool, cloudy day today.
Hannah Joy's in studio with updates on a new fire that started in Southern California overnight.
And Allison Martinez is live with the Salvation Army Spokane to show us how they care for homeless during the winter months.
But first, we have updates with that new fire in Southern California. Hannah Joy's live in studio.
That's right. A new fire sparked in Ventura County. That's about 100 miles west of Los Angeles. As of this morning, 56 acres have already burned. And right now, 75 firefighters are on the scene. Today, officials say the Palisades, Eaton, and Hearst fires are still wiping out years of history across LA.
It's 36 years of memories just gone. My mom was hysterical. I can't even put into words how painful it was to see her pain.
Winds are expected to increase, which could spark new fires and make conditions even worse. Already, the Eden fire has burned 14,000 acres, and overnight it was contained by 33%. As for the Palisades fire, it was only contained by 14%. This morning, Los Angeles' Mayor Karen Bass released an executive order to expedite the rebuilding of homes, businesses, and communities affected by the fires. For updates on these conditions, tune in to Good Morning America.
Here we do have a cold start in our first alert. Weather temperatures into the 20s all over the place. If you're in the valley, you could be experiencing 31 degrees. We're going to continue to be cool all day today with highs of about 34 degrees. Forecast radar, variable clouds. We'll see more high-end clouds coming in with a few breaks, with maybe some sun breaks into the afternoon, clearing overnight, and cold tomorrow morning. Our high today with those variable clouds, 34 degrees.
A looming TikTok ban appears to be closer than ever. The U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments on the law Friday, seeming likely to uphold the ban, which could go into effect just 5 days from now. For some influencers in the inland Northwest, TikTok has given them the platform to blossom and grow their passions into full-time careers.
Like I said, TikTok in some ways has really changed my life. I probably would have gone back to my 9-to-5 job after my maternity leave had I not found the opportunity to be a short-form video creator.
Those pushing for the ban say the control the Chinese government has over the user data on TikTok is concerning.
A second teenager has died from a car crash in Airway Heights last Wednesday. Washington State Patrol saying that 18-year-old Cheyenne Kahursky from Fruitland died in the hospital on yesterday. WSP says she was driving the car with two teenage boys, a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old. The 16-year-old also died from injuries. His name has not yet been released by authorities. Their car ran a stop sign at Highway 2, 6 miles west of Airway Heights, and then got pinned under a semi. The 13-year-old is still recovering at home.
The way we buy eyeglasses is changing. One Spokane shop has its sights set on a new business model to meet customers where they are. Stahl Optical is shutting down its storefront and switching to a mobile store. Owner Debbie Camarda says she sees many people come in with frames that don't work for them, which is part of the inspiration for this change of operation.
As the legislative session kicks off in Olympia, lawmakers are focused on making housing more affordable. They're proposing a bill that would prevent landlords from raising the rent in the first year of a new lease. The bill also caps rent increases at 7% each year after that. Opponents of the bill worry that it will deter the construction of new housing statewide.
Idaho Governor Brad Little visited Hayden yesterday to discuss his key priorities for this upcoming 2025 legislative session. Education, community safety, and fire suppression efforts were some of his key priorities. Little intends to add $25 million in funding toward the state's launch program to help more students who want to pursue in-demand careers, such as the trades.
This week we have some of our coldest temperatures of the season so far, with mornings in the teens. The Salvation Army of Spokane is making sure that everyone in our community is warm and taken care of with their street level vans that you see right here behind me. They meet people wherever they are in Spokane and connect them with a provider, a warming shelter, and food and a blanket and other resources. The problem is there just aren't enough beds to keep everyone warm. We have more information on how you can support the Salvation Army of Spokane on our website, kxly.com.
Well, there still may be some snow on the ground, but the Spokane Conservation District says now is the time to start planting your spring garden. You can place some orders for the district's annual tree and plant sale now through March 7th. We got more details on kxly.com.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Not again, Mom.
Looks like this will be your last year with season tickets, huh? Oh, let's iron out this big mess, yeah?
I'm calling the swap team.
Wait.
At Craig Swap & Associates, we want to make sure that you're really winning. We get you compensated, and we don't receive a penny until you get paid.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
The biggest national RV show ever starts this Thursday. 5 days only at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Free admission, multiple RV dealers, and huge discounts. NationalRVShow.com.
All right, taking a live look again, the low cloud deck, some of that light fog, heavier amounts of fog into parts of North Idaho. We want you to be aware of that. Just give yourself a little extra time. We're going to have the potential for fog throughout the morning hours, the afternoon, maybe a sunbreak or two. High today of 34 degrees. When we look at our planning forecast, planning on that very cold air to start coming in throughout the weekend on Friday. We're going to be in the low 30s, but then daytime highs into the mid-20s with overnight lows into the teens. So by comparison, today and tomorrow are going to be absolutely lovely.
Well, thanks so much for starting your morning with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we've liked having you along. We hope you can stick around throughout Good Morning America. We'll see you then.